Today on our countdown to the holidays, I want to show you how to make these delicious loaded Christmas cookies. Some of you may know them as monster cookies, but they're just loaded with deliciousness. They've got peanut butter, pecans, M&Ms, chocolate chips. It's just wonderful, and no flour. That's what's really cool about these. So what's neat too is if you can't eat them all, you can freeze them. So you can throw 4 or 5 in a bag, drop them in your freezer, and then when people stop by, you can just warm them up in the microwave and they'll taste like freshly baked cookies. Another thing that I love to do, and actually I just got home a few minutes ago from delivering cookies to my neighbors. I just bag them up and go drop them off, and it gives me an opportunity to say hello and wish them happy holidays. So let's get to cooking these wonderful monster loaded Christmas cookies. In your mixer, you're going to put 3 large eggs that are at room temperature, your granulated sugar, and your brown sugar. And you'll want to turn up the mixer a little bit. And we want to really get this creamy looking. So just add in your sugar. And then we'll raise the speed of the mixer and blend all of this together. Next, we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And just always remember, salt is a flavor enhancer. That's really its purpose. And next, we'll add in some vanilla. So you'll do a teaspoon of vanilla. Blend all of that together. And we're making the base of the cookies, and then we'll add in some ingredients. Now on to the butters, and this is really going to make it the creamy consistency that you need to make great cookies. So this is 1.5 sticks of organic butter, softened. I just let it sit out at room temperature for a little while. Now we're adding one of my absolute favorite things on the planet, peanut butter. And I used organic, natural peanut butter in this recipe. And what you'll see, or what you'll find, is it's easier to use this if you use a new one. Just open it up, because organic peanut butter is very, very creamy. So as you can see, it goes right into the batter and mixes up very easily. I keep organic peanut butter in my refrigerator. That's a little bit harder to work with in a recipe because it does get very, very thick in the refrigerator. So just as a tip, use it straight out of the jar. Now we're going to blend this all together. Thank goodness for my KitchenAid mixer, because this is a lot of ingredients, and you'll see that the KitchenAid is just a workhorse and handles it. And now we're going to start adding some of the fun stuff, and you really can do whatever you love. Pecans, I'm adding pecans now. Some Lily's dark chocolate chips are going in. And my absolute favorite candy that I do not keep in my house because I love it, M&Ms. But get creative. You can add almonds, walnuts, all sorts of things. Cranberries. All right, go find the biggest bowl you have in your house because you're gonna need it. So I'm scraping all of that lovely batter into this big red bowl, and then I'm going to add the binder, which is our Quaker oats. And I'm using just regular old-fashioned oats in this recipe. And you'll see how all of that goes together. It is a workout, turning this dough. So let's get to stirring in. So you're going to add 4.5 cups of Quaker oats, or your favorite oats, to this. I don't recommend using steel cut because the consistency is just not quite what you want for these cookies, and you would have to change the liquids. So just use regular old-fashioned oats in this one. Meanwhile, you'll need to have a couple of baking sheets prepared, and I like to use parchment paper because it makes cleanup wonderful. And we'll get all of this mixed up together and then start putting them on our prepared baking sheets. Remember, the oven is already preheated at 350. And that wasn't magic, we just edited out a little bit. Now we're going to use our cookie scooper. This one actually makes 3-inch cookies, which is a really nice size. And lay it on the baking sheets. Got 2 of them prepared. And this recipe actually makes 4 dozen 3-inch cookies. So you're going to have cookies to share with friends and family. Or put them in the freezer. So we'll get this filled up. And normally they need to bake 8 to 10 minutes. In my oven, it takes a good 12. And you're going to want them to rest.